Michhami dukhadam. What does it mean? And why is it being said by the Jain community? Michhami dukhadam is traditionally spoken after pratikrama. The literal meaning of pratikrama is introspection, to go within. Just like atikrama is to attack someone outside. With the same fervor, same enthusiasm, same zeal, you attack inside to realize where your mistakes are, what your faults are, how many of your kasais are still alive, mad, moh, krodh, maya. And you win over these kasais and you reach to the soul level where there is purity, there is divinity. So after you go through this process, doing an introspection, and after that, at the end of paryushan, they say, Michhami dukhadam, means knowingly or unknowingly, if you have caused any harm to anyone else, including animals, insects, you ask for forgiveness. Asking for forgiveness has to be followed by prayaschit or paschatap of all the sins that you have committed against someone, again knowingly or unknowingly. Prayaschit and paschatap are two different words with a totally different meaning. Prayaschit, here the meaning of the chit is the mind. If you get angry on someone or if you insult someone, that was the product of your mind. And by asking for forgiveness, saying sorry, restores your mind back to where it was. In this, there is no deeper process involved. Everything is happening at the mind level. You realized you said something to someone and that hurt them. So for hurting them, you're asking for forgiveness and you are saying sorry. But you are still saying deep inside within yourself that normally I am not a person like this. Normally I am a good guy, but it just happened. So I'm saying sorry. There is no deeper approach to any of these things. And of course, next time, same thing will happen again. Because your inner mind that has been carrying the seeds of anger, they were allowed to sprout and come out in the form of anger to someone. So inner transformation will never happen with prayaschit. Basically, you committed an act, you're saying sorry for it, and you're going back to your normal routine. But from the same inner setup, the anger had come out. It was a fertile ground where the weed of anger grew. And we haven't done anything for it. That's not introspection. That's a superficial, traditional sorry that you spoke at a civilized society level. Paschatap is another story. Tap is the heat of the soul. Soul is your inner fire. It's the divine fire that is within you. Soul is where the truth is. Soul is where the divinity is. During pratikama, if you do it right, and you do the introspection, you bypass your mind and you reach to the thoughtless level. You synchronize with your soul, which is the truth, which is the divinity, which is the purity. And you stand in front of your soul. Then you realize where your problems are, where the mind is at fault, because now you are outside the mind. You have been able to observe the mind and its deficiencies, and this deficiency has to go through the fire of the soul, the tap, the heat it has to feel, and the seeds of anger has to be burnt. So now you are not at the mind level anymore. You are at the bhav level, which is very close to the soul. Because we have bhav, we have vichar and kriya. If you want to change your kriya, you can change your thoughts or vichar and get away with it. That just by saying sorry, everything is going to be back to normal. But to go down to the bhav level, you need deep introspection, pratikrama. You realize your enemies which are within you, and you burn it with the heat of your tap. When you stay away from food, you maintain significant discipline, and then you reach to the soul level. And in the heat of the truth, of the purity, of the divinity, you realize where you are wrong, and you burn that seed, and you make a firm commitment so that this will never happen again. Now you have transformed yourself from inside, rather than traditionally saying Michhami dukhadam every year, and then right next day go back to your normal life, normal routine. There is no inner change. Inner change is where dharma is. Mahavir didn't go to any temples, derasars. Mahavir did not follow any paths. He created his own path. We have to do the same thing. We have to go within. His path is within us, not outside. He did not worship any god. He went through rigorous, tough tap and sadhana that took him deeper and deeper and deeper within himself until he found his soul, and that's where he resided. He became simple, innocent, and he won over his kasais, mad, moh, krodh, maya. That's where the transformation happens. Doing ritualistic pujas and rituals and procedures in the temples will not do anything. until we go within. Once we do that, once we do pratikraman, shake our soul, bathe in its purity, and then when we say Mucchami dukkadam, has a significant meaning. Have a good day.